everyone in the chat is dying to see your reaction to this trailer.
Oh,
do you wanna go into this trailer blind?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So this is one of the big trailers that was released at Comic-Con.
I'm not done with you.
I'm kind of surprised by something in that, but something tells me that you're not surprised by any of that at all, and it just looks like more of the same shit.
No. Actually, the first movie set the bar so low that I feel like this one can't help but be better. And within that trailer were some things that were like, all right, this could be scary. This could be the one where they actually make it for people who aren't just diehard fans of this franchise.
Well,
or this game.
I mean, we've talked about this way more than I think it deserves. Like us too. We talked about it so much. But I think that the problem with this franchise is that there's so much lore that they're just like, here's some more, here's some of this. Because at the beginning of this trailer, it just was like throwing all these different styles. It's like, maybe it's found footage, it's not found footage. Oh yeah, remember this story about this guy who sucks, he's back. The only thing I'll tell you that actually impressed me is that they worked in a funny gameplay mechanic from the second game.
Okay.
In the second game, when you're in the security office, you can protect yourself by putting on the mask.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of like that he was like, there's no way this is going to work. And then he did that. So, do I think this looks great?
Oh, great. Come on. No. I mean, look.
I think the animatronics have always looked awesome. That's why.
It's got a Blumhouse logo. And I know you go like, well, Blumhouse, they did Get Out. Yeah, there was a time when Blumhouse was elevating themselves, but they've dropped off. They've hit a wall. They haven't had anything good in a long time.
And their last movie was like a big disaster for them, right?
Yeah,
Megan 2.
Megan 2, yeah.
So, and I bet you they're banking on this movie to be a big hit.
I'm sure they're like, okay, Megan 2 didn't do so well for us, but we'll make it up with Freddy Got Finger. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Five Nights at Who Gives a Fucks?
Yeah. Well, I mean, clearly, plenty of kids do.
A lot of people do, and as long as they actually make a horror movie this time, and not like some backwards fucking Barney episode or whatever the fuck, where they're building castles out of tables and chairs at a Pizza Hut, like.
Man, that's the thing. With that first one, I was like, I'm not asking for much. Just make an actual horror movie. You told me it was gonna be a horror movie. Make it a horror movie. I don't know what that was.
And I'm just worried that because, like I was saying, there's so much story, lore to all this. I don't know if any of this is going to make sense. I think it's going to be like one set piece to another where people can be like, ooh, that's that. Oh, listen to that. That's the music, you know?
That's a whole weird thing to me because building lore, that's supposed to help. Like when you watch when the MCU got going, they had lore. They had 25, almost 30 years of continuity of stories with these characters, and they just built upon that, and put those things in. But those stories the structure was already there. So how do these games have all this lore and yet they can't tell a straight story?
That's a very good question, and I actually have an answer for you.
Okay.
It's because there is no story in the original. There's no real story mode. That's the thing. It's like you're referring to like comic books, which are written as a story.
Yeah.
This, they give you hints of things that may or may not have happened. And there's like iconography that people expect to see. And that iconography has like its own backstory. You know what I mean? Like lore is like reading like the back of the box type of thing in this game. It's like if you go, there's like a description for example, like in the trailer they show I forget the name of this kid, this puppet, but this is like a big thing in the second game, and like they're just showing that there. People are gonna come into this movie knowing what that is, and I don't know if they're gonna explain. Yes, thank you, chat. Balloon Boy.
That's the best they can come up with.
But you see, look at his hand. He's got a balloon. I mean, it's
Is that what that is?
No, actually, it's not. It's a sign.
Oh, okay.
You can see it's a sign. Maybe it's actually in his other hand, I think. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know. I played when I was in college, like the first 2 games, and like they're kind of fun, like for a cheap scare. But I think that it's rich with visuals that could be really scary, but I think that these movies are peaking at the design, you know, like the way that these animatronics work, and there is some cool stuff that they're leaning into where, you know, the villain in the game is just like basically a pile of parts. And
I thought it was Matthew Lillard.
well, yes, there's multiple villains.
Okay.
Matthew Lillard is Springtrap, but then there's also like I don't remember the names. I didn't have time to like look up all this shit. Like that. Well, there's Springtrap. He's in this trailer. But there's another part where you see like the wolf with the white mask. That's like just a bunch of piles of stuff, and that can be scary. You know, machinery has its ways of spooking you. Let me see if I can find it here, but it's not that important. You know, people are there to see one thing and one thing only. It's this goddamn bear, and I think that that's going to be more than enough for people to get their butt in that seat. But unless you have anything else to say on this, let's move on to bigger and better things. I'm sorry I had to do that to you.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Corey and I made a deal, and I said, fine.
No. Look, it's coming December 3rd or 5th or whatever. I'm going to have to see it anyway. At least I'm somewhat prepared.
I just realized something. It's coming out a week before Avatar.
Oh.
So, like, you're going to have a week where, like, your screenings are Avatar and Five Nights at Freddy's. That's just so funny to me.
Well, they won't have the same audience, I don't imagine.
No, they won't. I don't know. Did you see the sidebar real quick? And I guess this is kind of relevant. I didn't think to bring it up, but did you see the new Avatar trailer that was out there?
No.
Man, when I went to go see Fantastic Four, there, you know, the Alamo's like feature presentation, and then like that green thing came up. It's like this preview is for audiences, and they showed the trailer, and guess what that movie Avatar 3 looks like? The same shit.
Oh, yeah. No, I knew. When we had our screening for Fantastic Four, there was a whole, hey, show up an hour early and you can see the trailer for Avatar. And I was like, I'm fine.
And you're so much better off because the only difference now is like, wow, there's Na'vi who are gray with like red triangles on their head.
Yeah.
It's still going to just build up to like, fuck these colonizers. Let's kill them. Okay, I'm a blue cat man. I love a woman who's a human. Wow, profound. James Cameron, stop, man. I know you're listening right now, but please.